My friends, we have really like a deeply personal podcast today, personal related to me, because you see, in college, I kept having this daydream of ditching the 9 to 5 and having location freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, etc. Don't want a 9 to 5 like your parents? Well, I understand. Almost a year after I graduated, I was working on my own business next to my aunt and uncle's pool in Las Vegas on a 3-week vacation, working from wherever I wanted. How did I get from point A to point B, desire to the fulfillment? Stay tuned for today's episode. Also, to clarify for anyone who's concerned that I said Las Vegas, they literally lived there. There were teachers there. Not right in the city, but surrounding area, and so I went to visit them there. I have been downtown to the city, but generally we go hiking and swimming and stuff. So, it's not the area. Sure, there are things in Vegas that they talk about it being Sin City. I'm not going there to sin, okay? Can we be honest here? I go there and go hiking and hang out with family, just in case anyone was concerned. I don't want to listen to this podcast anymore. Okay, bye. Hey girl, welcome to Money and Mental Peace, a podcast for Christian college girls wanting to graduate debt-free. Do you procrastinate on homework while Googling easy scholarships and money for college because you're drowning in debt and student loans? Afraid you'll never have enough time and motivation to find ways to pay for college when you don't even have enough time to sleep or have a social life? I'm Kara. I too was a stressed college student and overachiever looking for money and mental peace. I wondered if there were other ways to pay for college, and I wished for a clear direction on how to do it. I wanted an easier way to fund college with less anxiety, but I kept telling myself I had no idea what to do, thought I wasn't finishing school fast enough, and thought I would never have enough money. Until some scholarships and rare school hacks got me through debt-free, and I can show you how to do this as well. In this podcast, you'll find mental peace, answers for your future, and enough money to kill it at college. So grab your cold brew and TI-89 and enroll in the most stress-free and debt-free class that you've ever attended. This is Money and Mental Peace. Guys, I am talking kind of quietly because people are sleeping, so I am just going to turn the volume up when I edit. So I hope you can hear me a little bit. Yeah, and I got a snotty nose, so welcome to life. So if you guys want to know more about how to have such a thing as all of these things that I talk about in this podcast with debt-free college, and so you can have all this freedom or do college classes fast or early or for free, then come join us over in the Facebook community, the Christian college girl community. I had to think about it for a second. And join there, and also you'll be notified in that community when I am launching my course called the Debt-Free College Blueprint, which can help you step by step through your situation, how you could figure out how to graduate debt-free. So I just thought you might be interested in more accountability and like deeper topics and such things, and how I could help you through that. So go ahead and join our Facebook group to be notified about that. Okay, we are into the meat and potatoes of this episode, so let's talk. In college, right, I wanted to be free from debt and loans after school and keep my future paycheck. What ended up happening is, with graduating debt-free, the month after graduating debt-free, that last semester of college was my basically like senioritis, and I am so glad I didn't have to go around looking for interviews and a job right after, because I kind of just made my own job. I started a business. I'm not saying everyone has to do that, but I wanted to get out of the whole 9 to 5 idea and have location and time freedom, and so it was a relief to not be looking for a job right then, and I could just plan to do my own thing. And right after college, that next month, so I started an LLC And I also started investing for retirement in my Roth IRA. Woohoo! So that was pretty cool. Like confident boosting, like empowering that I could start doing that. And I started just like setting my own schedule, and within maybe, was it 9 months? Because it would have been September of that next year, I was able to travel with a friend of mine actually out to Las Vegas. So my family used to live out there. We went hiking in several places, swam in their pool. My friend was still in college, so she was doing homework, and I would work on my business some. And while I didn't exactly have money freedom, like financial freedom in the sense of a ton to spend, I mean, it was a kind of a frugal trip I was going for, but I, bought the ticket, and wanted to do that because I could stay for a long time. The ticket was worth it because I could stay for 3 weeks and just do work there and stuff. And so then my friend left after weeks. Then I stayed there a week by myself, hanging out with them and doing some of my own work. And then my parents came and visited for the last week. So I didn't have all the financial freedom, like all the money in the world for that, but I did have time freedom and location freedom that I got to just like work where I wanted to and wherever I decided to. So what is the moral of this story? This is kind of a short episode, but legit, have you ever been interested in wanting such freedoms, not wanting a 9-to-5 like your parents? Maybe the 9-to-5 isn't the killer thing, but I've watched some YouTube videos on people just talking about they're just struggling working full time. Like, it's fine, like they can do it, but it just feels like they're on the wheel, right? The rat race or the hamster wheel, and it's just not going to do stuff they want to do in life. And I'm not saying don't be a hard worker. I'm not saying want everything handed to you. No, I'm talking about there are other options, like doing online work, remote work, creating your own side hustle business and work, that you can start implementing these things and get your own freedom. And what this ties back around to is this really comes from graduating college debt-free first. Girl, if you want to be able to work where you want, travel, and build up your finances well, like graduating from college debt-free is the first step. And I want to tell you a little bit of a couple statistics I have. So this is as of April 2022. Let's see. It had said that a total in student loan debt, including federal and private loans in the U.S., was $1.75 trillion, which is insane. But like, what does that really have to do with us, right? About almost $29,000 was the average that each borrower had, which is crazy. And imagine if you got out of college and got a job, entry-level job paying that much. You're not going to be able to pay that off right away. And some people spend decades paying it off. And did you know that it's not just that you're paying off, you're paying interest on it. So it's getting higher and higher. The debt is getting more. Some people end up paying, half again or even double the amount they would have paid because it lasts for so long. The first step with being able to do this is to finish college debt free. So how do you do that? I mean, I got all this free info on our podcast, right? On this podcast. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the Facebook group and still keep hanging on, talking to me on this podcast. Well, you can't really talk. I'm the one talking, whatever. But if you're interested, I am launching a course upcoming in a couple of months called the Debt-Free College Blueprint. It's going to take you systematically through scholarships and school hacks, accountability, strategy on how to graduate debt-free. There's some general principles that apply to anyone, but I'll also show you how to make some of your own decisions and research things so that you can figure out your particular situation, how to do it. And also we can help one another online on the Facebook group and other things. If you want to be notified of when that is coming around, go ahead and join the group, the Christian College Girl Community. And I'll be updating things in there and also on this podcast. So I would love to have you in the first iteration of the course, and I'll give you a little secret tip. The very first week I launch it, there's going to be an insane discount, so you're going to want to get it that first week, but more details to come in a bit. Anyways, don't want a 9-to-5 like your parents? Step 1 is graduate college debt-free so that you can have location freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom. And keep hanging out with me. We're going to talk about how to get there. Until next time, love you all. Bye.
Hey girl. Okay, so before you run off to calculus, if this podcast has brought you any encouragement, would you please write a review on iTunes or take a screenshot, post it in your Insta stories, and tag me. Let's tell the rest of our stressed sisters that more money and peace can be attained outside of the conventional way of doing college. See you next time. Love and prayers, Kara.